Hello, my friends. Once again, I'm coming your way. My humble self, Kofi Ali Abdul Yeke. In this video, this clip I want to share with you, we are going to look at whether it's the duty of the French to be responsible for the security of any nation in West Africa, any state. Must it be the responsibility of France to be in charge of security in any part of West Africa? I think it's a serious question, and we need to answer this question. So far, without doubt, look carefully and you will see that France is in charge of security in almost all the former French-speaking countries. Yes, the English-speaking countries are in between because you have 8 and 5. And even the English-speaking countries, their security, we all remember that their security is in the hand of the British and the Americans. Yes. If you look at West Africa carefully, you will see that we don't really have serious challenge. When there is a problem between two countries, we come to Europeans to solve it for us because we can't solve any problem for ourselves. They solve the problem for us, or we go to Washington. Remember the president of Ghana going to report the Wagner Group to the Americans. So that is in history to go down the record. President Akufo-Addo went to report Burkinabe to the American president, the Americans, that Wagner Group are in Burkina Faso. That will go down in history. But it's not President Akufo-Addo that has to be blamed. Is it true Wagner Group were there? The answer is yes. They were in Burkina Faso. They were in Mali. Hold it. What exactly are they in Mali to do? Remember, when the French were told to leave after the coup in Burkina Faso, in Mali, in Guinea, and later Niger, when the French soldiers were told to leave, there seems to be a vacuum. In fact, in Mali, we have the United Nations forces. They are not there. The UN forces in Mali are not there to, how do I say, maybe there's a war between two political. No. They said they are there not to keep peace, but they are there to provide security against either secessionists or against terrorists. Yes, they are there to protect Malians from terrorists, and terrorists are fellow Malians. And after the coup, we were told that when the UN soldiers were to leave, Wagner Group from Russia are to replace them. Again, we saw in Burkina Faso, when these guys, the terrorists, the so-called terrorists, let's assume they exist, were again told to leave, there was a vacuum. So Wagner again have to come in. So it means the French force, the Niger forces or the Malian forces do not have a capability. They don't have the capability to protect themselves. Again, in Niger, when the coup took place and the French forces were asked to leave, remember the primary duty of the French forces is to protect the states against terrorists. And all the terrorists are citizens of the nation. So the countries of West Africa cannot protect themselves against terrorists. So you need French soldiers to come in or American soldiers to come in. Now let's look at it. One day, indeed, I saw, you see, I sat down looking at the way they operate. The French soldiers on the ground to deal with insecurity in, for example, Niger or Mali. They have helicopters to fly in the sky because there are people with arms and weapons trying either to overthrow government or to attack communities. So the French will be flying in the air. Those on the ground are in armored car. And they have weapons enough to see even in darkness and to see threat and eliminate them. The Americans are also said to be in Niger. They also have, in fact, they even have drones, the one they use in Afghanistan. Yes, when they see enemy force, they eliminate them. They don't need to go there. Someone is sitting in a computer room, looking at the computer and seeing having a bird eye view of the environment, and then they eliminate bad forces on behalf of the state of Niger, the state of Mali, the state of Guinea, the state of Burkina Faso. And I'm sure to some extent Nigeria, because Nigerians cannot even handle Boko Haram. We need forces from outside. In Ghana, we are on the edge every second. Why? We are crying that the terrorists have come in. So everybody is like we are, everyone is a suspect because we don't want terrorists or Islamists on our land. Extremists on our land. The question is, hold it. Then so I've given you the picture of how the Americans and the Europeans, and they go with helicopters, with drones, with armored car, well kitted, protected armored car, and they'll be taking off the enemies. Then we saw the Niger soldiers on patrol. The Malian soldiers on patrol. They form a line, and in that line they'll be walking after each other, so there is no even truck to carry them through the desert, and they are holding weapons. These guys can be picked up and killed anytime. Look at it. You are vulnerable when you are walking on your feet. Very, very vulnerable. Anyone. So what we are seeing is that the terrorists are more armed, are better armed. All they need to do is to go to Russia or go to Ukraine or even to the Americans. Sometimes they are French, or to the Europeans, British or anyone, and buy the weapons that the states don't have, and they will be attacking the state. So we can't protect ourselves. Then what is the purpose of independence if we cannot protect our own self? Now, what are we really protecting? That's the question. What are we protecting? Now, when you say we who? Yes, we who? Or it could be me and myself. What about me and my little nuclear family? Or what about me and my little community? What about me and Ghana? Everyone in Ghana, as a citizen of Ghana. That is me. Or some people are saying me and every black man in the world. When I know that George Austin, American, he looked like me, but he's an American. When I can see the lady, Georgina something in the United Nations, she looked like me, she's an American. So this has nothing to do with your race. No. It's not about race. It's not about skin color. It's about interest. It's about which law are we protecting? What is our common primary law? Yes, Niger has a different primary law from Ghana. Ghana has a different primary law from Togo. Togo have a different primary law from Mali. Mali have a different primary. What unites us, what brings us together is the ECOWAS, where secondary laws, I've explained this in details, are used. Fine. So we then need security. Is it security for Ghanaians and the Togolese should be insecure? Or security for Togolese and the Ivorians should be insecure? Remember, Ghanaians, if you live in West Africa, are different from Nigerians. Nigerians are different from Gambians. Gambians are different from Sierra Leoneans. And Sierra Leoneans are different from Liberians. I can be able to tell you each of them when they speak, because I've been to all these places and live with them. I know the difference. Sometimes I may have a problem of knowing the difference between a Malian and a Nigerian, or a Senegalese, or an Ivorian, or a Guinean. or Togolese or Beninois. And the reason is very simple. The reason is very, very simple. The reason is that I don't speak French, so I don't know I don't speak French very well, so I don't know the difference. But they know the difference. They know the difference. When they see each other, as soon as you say a word or two, they'll tell you, oh, this one is from Burkina, but that one is from Mali. But all these people you see, they were all ruled by France. They were all colonized. So, though, like we said when we were talking about United States of America, each is a colony as they proceed to become independent. And each has their own primary laws. Can you see? So, if people under a common primary law behave in a similar way, then we can, beyond doubt, say, without any apology, say that common primary law of a people is responsible for their common behavior. That is critical to their relationship. Yes. Let me take that once again. I like it to myself. Common primary law to a people is responsible for their shaping their behavior, critical to their relationship. And people under the same common law have common behavior, the way they go about things. And this is not to be confused with the character of a person and the behavior of a person. The psychologist will take me on here. The character of a person, each person is unique. My 5 children, each of them, when I see them, I know this one is different from this. I could see there are certain things about them that when things are done, I can say this one did that, that one did that. But when you come to behavior is a collective thing. Behavior it's not your nature, it's your culture, it's your common law, common environment where you are conditioned. That shape your behavior, because you need a relationship to go together. And behavior is what the law shapes. That is why when you have people under a common law, common primary law, because we have secondary law. Common primary law, they behave in a similar manner. They have certain commonality. So when you hear someone in America, this one speaks, that one speaks, that one speaks, there may be a big pitch or low pitch or just some variations in their language. But it's easy for someone who know the American accent to say, you are American, ma'am, you are American, because of this behavior. They adjust as they go along. It's the same with the English. It's the same with the French. It's the same with Ghanaians. In fact, one thing I did when Dr. Gamal Abdel Nasser Adam was speaking in one of the events they had in Ghana regarding the Palestinian issue, I was shocked about the accent of this man. Yes, he doesn't even sound like someone who lived in Egypt. He sounds like someone who lived in Ghana. And that, which is different from his sister, Samia Nkrumah. Her voice is more of Egyptian than Ghanaian. But Gamal, I'm shocked. It's more of a Ghanaian, but you can have some Egyptian traits. And that then left me with that question. That our common law at the level of the ECOWAS is what is holding us back. Why can't we, instead of sitting down, blaming France, blaming America, they have dealt with their problem. Our problem is, how do we deal with it? Let's see. If there is no security in Ghana, there will never be security in Niger. If there is no security in Niger, there can't be security in Nigeria. If there is no security in Nigeria, there will not be security in Mali or Burkina Faso or Benin Republic. So we have a common security responsibility. And law is critical. Primary law is very, very critical to our common security. By our common security, of course, security is about justice. It's about bread and butter. Yes, we have terrorists on our land. We deal with our terrorists. India is dealing with their terrorists, 1.3 billion people. Why do we need Americans and the Europeans and the French on our land responsible for security in West Africa? It doesn't make sense. We are in a war situation because the one who is responsible for your security can easily take advantage of you. Easily. And why? See, I will be coming to make a documentary on the production of cars. You'll be shocked. There is no car made in West Africa. No car. Kantanka, my friend, shut up. Kantanka. Nigerians have been trying to make cars since before Kantanka was born. Yes, they made it. It doesn't work. It doesn't work because the environment, the enabling environment will be better in ECOWAS. Why do we say we want to make car? You see, if we can make West African car, that every knot in the car, the list is the knot, the list, everything in the car will be locally made in each of the states, making sure that they are working by standard. I promise you, we will of course be making guns as well. Making guns are not difficult. Yes, but when you make a gun, right, the question is, which we will talk about when we come to talking about international trade and the fate of other nations where they struggle. Because if we want to take our destiny into our hands, like I always say, France do not need to be in West Africa to trade and work. United States don't need to have military in West Africa to trade and work with. Why are they not having military in India? Why is the military in West Africa? Because it's just like Middle East. The whole reason is very simple. Very, very simple. People can live and work together. All European countries, they are at the same level of development, and every one of them have got weapons. Every one of them. The 27 EU countries. They don't attack themselves. They don't. In fact, they are working together. So why can't we have weapons in West Africa? Make our own weapon. Why must we buy weapons from France, Britain, or America? It's a question we need to look at each other in the face, West Africans, and talk about it. We need to. Because when you look at issues the way it's going, we can outsource our security to those we call our colonizers. It doesn't make sense. As long as they produce the weapons and we buy it from them, then we shall buy food from them. We can only be allowed to make the food they don't want to make for us, food meant for dogs. But if we want our dignity, our independence, to be able to say, yes, we are standing on our feet, then everything we need, we must make it ourselves. And I'm talking about West Africa. I'm not interested in a continental business. Yeah, black people's business. No. We are not selling flips. We are not selling cocaine. We are not selling drugs. We are in a business of justice, of solving our own problem in West Africa. How can soldiers who are going out, military officers, to go on operation, if there are criminals in the desert, to sort them out? How are they on their feet? We're carrying some olden guns that nobody wants. What is this? We need to produce everything. It is time we stop thinking we can go on calling people. We call them. We say they don't like us. If you have a referendum in West Africa and you ask West Africans to cast a vote for or against United States of America, that do you like Americans? Most of them will say no. But must we like or dislike America? We can live with Americans. We need Americans. They need us. If you cast a vote in West Africa, all the countries, sample the opinion, cast a vote, come and vote. Do you like Europeans or you don't like them? They will tell you they don't like them. But we don't need to like them. We need to work with everyone. We don't need to like everyone. Why must we like people at our disadvantage? And why? What is the point of hating people for nothing? We are responsible for our destiny, and we can do more than you are saying. The time is getting closer for us to start organizing our seminar, demonstration, in how to push this ECOWAS to become the ECOWAS with its own primary laws. And we want to stop this shenanigan of an ECOWAS of treaties, charters and convention, secondary laws. We need to do this. This is the only way we can save ourselves. Americans are not interested in us. Honestly, Americans are not interested in us. If Americans want to take our land 1 week, everybody will be wiped up in West Africa and they will take the land. Because we are useless on this land. Let us make ourselves useful. Let us wake up. Let us get up. Let us get ourselves doing something. And I always blame people like myself. We are not talking enough. We are not reaching out enough. We are not making our voices stronger so that we can wake the people up. Because we are human beings like anyone. Forget about our skin color. We can do anything any human being can do. Anything they can do. We can analyze, we can sit down. But we will never be the kind of people who go about hating. Why do we have to hate? We don't hate. You can't hate. When you have your money, your family, your job, you are going to work. You get from work, you go to McDonald's, you go to KFC, you go to your shopping, you pack your things in West Africa, go to your house, eat your food, finish, go on holiday in America, sleep in Hawaii and come back. They too will come to our land and sleep on our beach and go home. This is the world we want to see. The Chinese are living the dream. The Chinese. And China is one country. We are 15 countries, don't forget. So don't let us fool ourselves. Because when anytime you say China and they say Africa, China, that nonsense must stop. China is one country, one country. The Chinese are nationals of China. India is one country. United States of America is now one country. European Union is getting there. We must stop. We must stop. EU is 27 countries that are working as one. Why? Because they have a common law. It's our turn. It's our turn. And we cannot wait for anyone. The only one we have to wait for is ourselves. Duty calls. Let's all roll our sleeves and join and fall in line. My humble self, Kofi Ali Abdul-Yakin. Your book is here. As I always remind you, get yourself a copy. The Secret of History, The Secret of Great Nations, The Secret of Law. Get yourself a copy. What makes us tick as one? This is it. It's just £9.99p. And soon, like I always promise, you will get your book on Amazon, where you can get hard copy, but you can download it for £9.99p on www.ecdraedra.org on our website. Before I leave you briefly to come back again, my humble self, Kofi Ali Abdul-Yakin. Please like our video, subscribe and share. Remember, our subscription is going up. To be honest with you, I'm happy with the great work you are doing. I'm very, very happy that our effort is yielding the kind of results we want. And together, the journey has started. And I promise you, this is why you don't see us in all those dirty, dirty places. No. We are those who mean what we say. But we will do everything by the book in a civilized way, and we shall deliver. On this note, have a wonderful day. I'll be coming your way again. Ciao.